Hey guys, welcome back. It's Tuesday. You already know what's the Tuesday day. It's a webinar day. And today, guys, I want to, do a little recap on what has happened yesterday, actually. Somewhere between 11:30 to 12, we did had a massive down move on USDJPY, all the way from the top of 160 to 120 down to 154 500. 154 500. This is more than 4,000 points. All right, we're talking here about nearly 6,000 points. So that's huge move for USDJPY. Not only USDJPY, as of other currencies that were on US dollar as well as holding Japanese yen. So what did happen? All right, because yesterday I think Nathan Bray have done a video. If you haven't watched it yet, please do it so, where he say, we don't know, we are not quite sure on what has caused the yen to get so much strength at this moment. Well, the main reason was an intervention. So yes, they did an intervention. Now, most of the people were believing that at the level of 156, around 156, 900, 157, we had an intervention last week on Friday. But this is wrong. It was an intervention. It was sort of a preparation for the intervention. And then the intervention only happened yesterday, on Monday. Right at the bank opening, at Asia session opening. Right on a public holiday on Japan. Is it very funny, isn't it? So they don't have to worry about liquidity, they don't have to worry about anything. They do have this Asia session is the most low liquidity you can have. Then after that, we did have a pullback, and then afterwards another down move, and then now we're trading at 156,800. Now it's 2:40 p.m. in Australia, Sydney. So very interesting on what has happened into the yen. Now, do we think that this is something that will continue to fall, will continue to develop on the short side? No, I don't think so. Why? Okay, let's take the last ones we had, the last interventions we had. We had one last year, 2023, 2022, in 2018, if I'm not wrong, as well as some others. What the market does is, the market reacts immediately, of course, because they're buying Japanese government bonds. Japanese government bonds went up yesterday, forgot to mention that. And then after, that's it. The market continues to long the base currency against the yen. Okay, so my opinion is those prices now are better prices at a discounted price. Okay, so in my concept, in my view, in my strategy, I will continue to buy USDJPY. This is my take. Okay, you have your own strategy, you follow your own strategy. That's not a problem. If your strategy is not lining up with mine, that's all right. You don't have to follow. You don't need it. You don't, like, this is my only take. So in my strategy, I will continue to long it. Why? Because I know that the market will absorb those orders, and they will have to close those short orders, and then it will open room again for another push after more than 160. And now the other question comes in. How long will this continue to fall? Where this will stop, we don't know. This is a very hard question, because they can go and they decide to sell more, they can sell more. They go and sell it more, right? One thing that I want to note as well here is, if we get the DXY, basically the US dollar index chart, we can see that before the intervention, US dollar was trading at 106.050. All right, so let's say 106, and then after the intervention went all the way down to 105,500. So that is a 500 points dump in 1 hour. Very quick. okay? So it makes me think, okay, so did they buy Japanese government bonds so then it can strengthen the currency, Japanese yen, or did they sell US dollars so then the Japanese yen have a little bit of strength, or did they done both? It's quite unsure yet. We don't have much clarity on what actually happened on there. And we won't have it, all right? Because when those things happen, we usually get the answer after 2 months, 3 months. So we will have to wait and see. But again, it's very hard to predict where can the USDJPY drop to and would be a good level to continue to buy. My strategy on USDJPY is a DCA, a dollar averaging cost. So I will continue to long it. If it continues to fall, I will continue to long it. Where there's a point where I'm not doing martingale. This is not what I'm saying. I'm doing dollar averaging cost. This is DCA. Whatever drops, I buy more at a discounted price. Must be a time that I will be at a break even. Soon as the market comes up a little bit more, I will be good to go. So this is my strategy. But now is another thing here. I want to discuss this on tonight's webinar. I will be able to, I will have more time, sufficient time to discuss it. But the NFP is just around, as well as the Europe CPI, the Euro area CPI. So be ready for tonight. I would love to have you there. I would love to answer your questions. So if you're not registered yet for tonight, 5 to 6 p.m. webinar, please do it so. Just in the link at the description, you can go for ACY website, or you can even go directly to ACY website, and then you can have it, the learn there, and then webinar and seminars. You can wait for the page to load, and then click on my name, register, and then put your email so then we can send you the link to the Zoom. Okay, first thing here. Yesterday we did have another thing that made the market, shake a little bit. It was the German CPI. I have the numbers here at my phone. Let me get it. So we had at 10 p.m. the German CPI month over month and year over year. This, of course, affects the euro, and the consensus was for the month over month at 0.6%, and the previous was 0.4%. So remember, I've always said, and I've said this multiple times already. The previous was 0.4 month over month, and the consensus was expecting 0.6. So they were expecting high inflation. Okay, then the actual came in at 0.5, lower than the consensus, making the euro weaker. As of, we did had a spike up initially, but then the market noticed and was like, okay, and then they started to short it. My opinion on euro dollar is very, very similar past 2-3 weeks, 3 months pretty much. Euro dollar down to 105. I've mentioned these multiple times already on my webinars. If you're not participating, I don't know why, because it's free. A lot of knowledge, a lot of content. You can answer me, you can ask me questions, sorry. I'm there for you for 1 hour. So use these, possibilities, these opportunities. Lots of people say, oh, I don't have opportunity. Well, there is one right in front of you. I'm in there for 1 hour with you. So use those opportunities, okay? And let's talk about the NFP tonight. So I'll wait for you guys there at the webinar. I've said already, 5 to 6 p.m. Sydney time. And then I will be giving out my own view on the non-farm payroll. That is the most important, and you should know what will happen this time will be different, okay? So I'll wait for you there, and I hope everyone having a nice week ahead. Everyone is having a nice week and have even better week ahead of us. All right, guys. Cheers, and I see you tonight.